And with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. Rockstone, Miss Tony be knowing, hot sizzling sauce. We are here bright and early on a Monday. It is Monday morning. It's the beginning of a new week. It is the beginning of a new day. And it is almost the beginning of a new week.
Of a new month.
Of a new month. That one.
New beginning, everything. Season
Yes.
and all that.
All the thing. New season, new
reason.
What's the thing? The Libra.
Astrology sign.
New sign. New zodiac sign. It's a new year for Miss Hot Sauce. All kinds of things. We are here in the new. Bringing in the two.
Hey.
Check, baby. One for me and you.
Oh, wow.
That was what they call bars.
That was special what you did there. It was
called
nice.
Bars.
Uh-huh.
It's been around for a long time. It's only a select few of us that could really produce these bars in their entirety. And I happen to have the skill and the leverage in order to do that.
Oh, you got a lot of words in your mouth.
Thank you very much for this day. Amen. What'd you say?
Let me see your phone.
All right, you can see it. Whoa. And today is a rainy day. It is cold outside. I don't even know. Quick check-in, Miss Tony be knowing how you doing.
I am doing so
Tony
good.
Benoni.
So good. You know that song? So good.
How was your weekend?
I had a lovely weekend. What did I do? Let me give you a quick rundown. Friday, I had a play date. Noah was there too with his friend, but I was playing more than him.
Noah happened to be there.
Noah happened to be there with his friend. That was a good time. It was very interesting. You know, men are weird.
Yes.
Men do weird things.
They do.
And they're weird. So that was Friday, and then Saturday was a day for the doozies. I had brunch with the ladies in the morning, and then me and Sauce went birthday party hopping here and there and everywhere.
We did. We hit 3 parties.
3 parties in one evening, and wow, we did that. So big happy birthday shout out to Jeanette. Big happy birthday shout out to Shayna. Big happy birthday shout out to Oswald Black, Trinity Extreme Cuisine. We hit up all 3 of those parties. It was a time. It was a good time. I wish I had put on my Tim's so I could have stayed at Oswald's party, because I heard it was a movie.
Don't change my flyer.
I missed the movie.
I don't like it.
And then yesterday, of course, was a national holiday, National Hot Sauce Day. And what did we do yesterday?
Yesterday, didn't do a damn thing. I went to brunch, then I went to dinner. And I had a nice time.
And in between, we attempted to go get our ears pierced. But the ear pierced place that we picked, which is a very nice place to go get your ears pierced for the first time, was appointment only. So we spent some time down on Newbury Street, which was locked off. So we walked up and down Newbury Street and dipped into the H&M and had a nice time. Where'd you go to dinner?
I went to Ocean Prime.
Oh wow, fancy! Oh wow.
Yes, that kind of music. And it was nice. I had a what is it called? A prime
steak.
A prime
rib.
You didn't have
not prime rib.
New York strip.
No.
The tomahawk steak. The London broil.
Ribeye. I had a nice ribeye with some nice mashed potatoes. And then I had some little broccolis, some little charboiled broccolis that had the sweet flavor. It was nice. And a nice drink called Picante Pineapple.
Was it hot pineapple?
It wasn't hot pineapple. It had a touch of spice, but it was very nice. Bars. I'm barsing all day because I'm a rapper.
So did you enjoy your birthday weekend?
Did you get a dessert?
I didn't. I did. I got a dessert. I got a salt cake. I don't think it's called a salt cake either. But it was a cake.
Butter cake?
A butter cake.
Jesus.
A butter cake with an ice cream.
Salt cake.
Salt cake. And some nice fruit reduction. Yes, reducing. No, I think that my birthday celebration will happen next week. I'm having a pop-up bottle party. And everybody got to come and buy a bottle. It's free to enter. All you got to do is purchase a bottle and you have a good time. It's going to be music by Rockstone Triz and DJ Live and
Spark FM family. We'll be
Gary Bantan and my daddy. All of them.
Well, he's the closer.
He's gonna close and play a nice end with a nice gospel set. Makes me want to stomp, you know?
Yes.
Things as such.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. So yeah, next week we'll have a good time. I think this week, this birthday, I had to kind of chill out and just kind of, you know, chill out. I'm too old for that shit, you know.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with a pump and grind.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Anyhow, people. Anyhow, we got a lot of show. Tristan, what you do this weekend?
What did I do? Well, you know, we all went to Oswald's party to Lavish on Saturday night. Everybody came out there
Lavish,
in their nice black and gold.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
I was dressed.
You was dressed.
Yeah,
Wow.
You was. I was like, you know, Sasha came to the theme. You just threw that on. That was just coincidence.
I was dressed for everything that we went to because the first one was blue and gold. I didn't know. I just happened to put on a gold dress. The second one was a Mardi Gras, and then Oswald's was black and gold. I didn't even know.
You was just ready.
Ready. Stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. You know what I'm saying?
Hello. We stay fly all day.
But I did go to the drive-in theater on
Oh, you did.
Tell me more.
Friday night. I know we saw.
Were you scared?
We saw
Halloween,
and we saw Nightmare on Elm Street.
Hell no.
Nope.
Hell no. I was gonna be sitting in no car watching.
You wasn't scared?
Why would I be scared?
I'm afraid for you.
No, because Tristan, if you sit in we sit in, we talk about the news all the time, and as you know, it's just some weird crap that's going on. So you went to the drive-through to go see a scary movie in the car, probably high,
whole hour away,
for an hour away, and you wasn't scared. He's bold.
Ain't no white people town.
Ain't no white people. He was bold. It's probably a sundown town, dude.
Oh Lord, Menden is not sundown.
The Menden man got didn't he get fired for being racist?
He did.
Yes.
No.
Menden is a nice little town. Menden's got that nice little zoo too.
Yeah, no, Tristan, that man got fired for being
that's
racist.
Phantom Gourmet people, same people.
You right. All right. But still, that's what I'm saying. It's little speckles.
You know what I did notice though? This is me. I don't know if it's just me being me, but when I went to the bathroom, the men's bathroom, there's they have all the posters of all the movies, and I realized that there's no black posters. The only one that is, all the posters are up. Well, first of all the posters are up in like frames and stuff with the plastic, so you can't really touch them. And then the one poster that has a black man on it is taped up to the wall, to the janitor's wall, and out of all people, it got Eddie Murphy.
Oh,
that's racist.
Is that? Am I over? Am I overthinking?
No, see, those are the kind of things that
Channel 7 investigate.
No, those are the kind of things that I think about when I go to these places, and then we are watching scary movies, and we're in the drive-through, and it is a town that is not, predominantly anything but white, and then the one poster that they have is not in the frame by the janitor's door, and it happened to have Eddie Murphy's. Like, I got one black movie. Nah. Not that kid. I still want to go, but I still want to go.
And it's Beverly Hills Cop. They don't even got a Django Unchained or nothing. Jeez. Wow.
Yo, son,
that's crazy.
Snyder said, "Why ain't no black people on the wall, Sal?"
Let's call him up and ask him.
We're going to do an investigate ourselves. We got to stop going to these other media. We're going to start doing a Spark Investigates. Investigating on Sparkavates. Spark.
Everything gotta have the name in it. It's just investigation on Spark FM. That's all.
Sparkavate.
Sparktagate.
We're gonna do it all. We're gonna do it all. But yes, we are in for a good treat this week. Today is Money Matters Monday. We'll be sitting down with our very favorite Sabrina Carrera today later. And we'll be getting ready for the winter time. How you supposed to save during the holidays? How you supposed to get your mind right? I don't know how it's supposed to happen, but
I know.
somehow
I've seen all this thing like the easiest way to save money is to stay in your house. Excuse me, I don't have the internet.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
That's the craziest ways to save money, because you just sit on the internet, put everything in your cart, and then
Put
swipe
everything
your
in your
card.
cart, ordering food.
Yep.
Friggin' ordering movies.
Groceries.
Yes.
Ordering movies.
Yeah.
You know, all of your work can be done at home. Amazon got everything else you could possibly need.
Sure do.
Like, nah, son.
Sure do.
Not the Mackie. But yeah, so let's see what we got going on for today.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387.
Wow.
Looking for a partner.
Lord.
Someone who knows how to ride without even falling
Just to
off.
let y'all know, I gotta listen to this in my
Be
headphones.
compatible.
Gotta be,
Oh, no,
gotta
not the both of
be
them. No.
to my limits.
Oh God.
When I break you off. I'm looking for the show. That's the only thing I'm doing. I'm trying to waste some time.
Oh, I
as
thought we
look
was
for this.
singing.
You was singing. You sang. Sangalito.
Yo,
Tristan, you should just get in. No, Tristan, because sometimes you be background singing.
Exactly,
too.
Tristan. Tristan coming with his Nat King Cole ass bass. I can.
And I just found it as well. So now I can start. All right, people. Today is Monday, September 25th. It is going to rain early, then remaining cloudy with showers in the afternoon. It's going to be a high of a whopping 62 degrees.
Mhm.
Winds in the northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain is 80%. Rainfall around 1/4 of an inch for the day. So it is going to be a rainy day. If there's no reason for you to go out in the side, do not go outside. Stay in your house. Get your work done. Do what you got to do. Be who you got to be.
In the army.
Reserve.
That commercial? You remember that commercial?
I do.
You're old, girl.
I'm an old millennial. Sister, what is your name? Tony asked me, his sister, Tony asked me today if I was a millennial. Are you a millennial too?
Yes, he's a millennial.
No, I am Gen Z.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
What am I? Old.
Let's see what everybody is. What is it called? Generational labels?
Mm-hmm.
Generational labels.
What generation am I?
So Gen X, let's see. Let's start from boomers, because there's the silent generation, the greatest generation, the Zennials. So baby boomers is from 1946 to 1964. Who belongs there? Generation Z is from use the mid to late 1990s as starting birth years and the early 2010s as the ending of the birth years for Gen Z.
1990. I have 1997 to 2012 for Gen Z.
Tristan, what year is you?
86.
I think he's a millennial.
Tristan's born in the 80s.
Millennial.
You are a millennial.
Yes.
Millennials in 1981 to 1996.
Yes. You're a millennial.
Mhm.
And then Gen X. What is Steven? Steven is Gen Z.
Steven is, he's Gen Z, I think.
So Generation X is 1965 to 1980.
Mm-hmm.
That's you?
Yes.
Oh, you're a Generation X.
Mm-hmm. I've never heard of that before.
And Gen Z
Gen X?
is...
Oh, maybe I have heard
you
of
definitely
Gen
are
X.
Gen X. Yeah, Gen Z is the 90s to the 2010s. So that is everybody that comes after.
Oh my gosh, look at CK is Gen Z.
CK's Gen Z?
Mm-hmm.
2012.
Yeah, Gen Z.
No, he's early 2010s, ending birth years.
I don't know. Mine says Gen Z is 1997 to 2012.
Okay, then let's take that. He'll be Gen
and then
Z.
Noah is a Generation Alpha.
What's that? Oh, just toxic masculinity.
He's not toxic masculinity.
I feel
He's so sweet. He's such a nice boy. I love you. Mine is called the baby bust. Generation X's baby bust.
That's when they started busting all the babies. So anyways, let's get into around the way news. Former postal worker accused of stealing $1.7 million in checks. How he cash them?
Right.
He was just signing over his own name. And let's see. A former postal worker accused of stealing nearly $1.7 million in checks from residents of Washington, D.C. was arrested Wednesday while attempting to board a plane in Zambia. This is around the way news.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what he did.
He's from Boston, isn't he? Oh, Washington.
From Washington.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that's what in the spirit of theft. According to charging documents unsealed this week. Oh. Hachi Kosela Muchimba, 43 of Washington, D.C., was charged with criminal complaint with mail theft and bank fraud. According to a news release from the U.S. Attorney's Office for District of Columbia, between October 21st and March 2021 and March 2023, Mochimba, who was an employee with the U.S. Postal Service at the time, allegedly stole checks and deposited them into his own personal bank accounts.
Wow, 1.7 million, huh?
And nobody ever said, none of the banks ever said, Mr. Mochimba, you, all of these checks that you depositing all the time is never addressed to you ever.
No.
Ever. And you just signing them off and putting them in. I blame the banks.
I do too. I don't think it's his fault at all.
Me either. If you're going to keep on letting me deposit the checks and take the money out, then it's not my fault.
Right.
You see that none one of these $1.7 million worth of checks have my name or my company's name written on it. Y'all just let me cash them all willy-nilly. That's not my fault.
Wow.
Y'all did that.
So was he from here and then went to DC
I don't think so.
and was boarding the plane?
Mm-mm.
Oh
That
no.
sounds like a case of privilege.
Oh wow.
Why he didn't? This guy?
He's black,
He's
Tristan.
black.
There's
Oh,
no
wow.
privilege there.
He's hoochoo.
Wow.
Yes.
Hachi Kosela Muchimba.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's what he did.
1.7 from DC residents.
Go ahead, brother.
What?
I ain't mad at
I
you.
mean, some crimes, I know that they stupid because you shouldn't have been depositing them into your own personal. But again, if they let you,
Right.
why not?
And once you pop, you can't stop. So
Yeah.
1.7 million though. I mean, I think he did too
Bro,
much.
because after the 1,000, he was like,
That man got
I think they're not going to stop me. So I'm going to
Right.
keep on. Because in order to get 1.7 million, you literally have to see all the numbers. Like you have to see when your bank account start to say $972,000.
Right.
And you got to know that ain't yours.
Maybe that's too much. Maybe I did
Yeah,
the most.
maybe I did. I mean, I probably would have stopped at a little 250,000.
And why
and then
you keep
changed
it all
it-
in there? Keep moving it.
Move it to
that.
an offshore account in Switzerland. This is what we're supposed to do. You're supposed to wash and launder the money at a laundromat.
Exactly.
He went to Africa and built.
You're
big-
supposed to
big-
get the nail polish colors that match things, and you get the plates, and you get the press, and all of them things. You call your three girls, and y'all form a group, and call it Good Girls, and make a show about it.
What? That man went to Africa and built a big village.
I see what she did there. I see what she did there. Man ran a dental office in back of a Massachusetts convenience store.
Good for him.
It looks disgusting. Friggin'. A man is facing multiple charges after he was accused of running a dental office in the back of a convenience store. Juan Hermida Muñez, 64, was arrested Friday in connection with the illegal operation being conducted at the Alternativa convenience store in Milford. Milford Police Chief Robbie Tusino said Muñez's dental operation was discovered when the Milford Health Department was performing a routine inspection on the Alternativa convenience store. I didn't know that they did inspections on convenience stores.
Yes, girl.
We
You gotta
had-
make sure that you
that you got
to
the-
stocked with the good things. and all that.
Oh,
Make sure
we
you
had a
know.
couple of, and then did they pop up and do a quick
No,
investigation?
They
Don't you got to know that?
had some idea.
So when he knew that they was going to do an investigation, he didn't want to remove his dental equipment. He had a couple of our detectives head over there, and there was a pretty significant dental operation going on out back. Milford Police said the proprietor of the convenience store,
Proprietor.
proprietor of the convenience store at 140 Main Street, Suite 7, Maria Magdalena Guman Castro, rented a room in the rear of the store to Munez, who provided a multiple dental services without a license, including examinations, tooth extractions, and anesthetics and cleanings. According to Tucino, Munez is an Ecuadorian national who has no license to practice dentistry or medicine in the United States. Tucino, who has decades of experience working as an emergency medical technician, said Munez's practice could have resulted in infections,
Anesthesia.
sepsis, and possibly death. Here is the story by our good friend over here.
Convenience store.
I mean, from tooth extrication instruments to implant instruments, and then your cleaning instruments. It was pretty significant.
Tonight, Juan Hermida Munoz is in custody, charged with unauthorized practice of medicine and dentistry, accused of running a black market dental office in the back of this Milford convenience store. According to police, the health department went for a routine inspection of the Alternativa convenience store when they discovered this.
We had a couple of our detectives head over there, and there was a pretty significant dental operation going out back.
The owner of the store, Maria Guaman Castro, is also facing conspiracy charges for renting the space. When we went to the store today, an employee said the owner wasn't around, but showed us the room has been cleared of all dentistry equipment. Milford's police chief, who spent decades as an EMT, says the man was administering anesthesia, and this could have resulted in infections, sepsis, and possibly death.
You're taking your life in your own hands, okay? I mean, you're talking about dental surgery. There are a lot of patients that have to be pre-dosed with antibiotics because of heart conditions, and that's just a setup for disaster.
Munoz is an Ecuadorian national with no license to practice here in the U.S.
I'm sure his intent is not to infect somebody or do a bad job, but unfortunately, the safeguards aren't in place. The regulation's not in place. So it's really a sad situation.
Now, that store is still open tonight. The suspect is in custody. He's expected to get arraigned tomorrow morning. We're live in Milford tonight. I'm Peter Eliopoulos, WC.
You know,
He is an entrepreneur.
I am having difficulties with the crimes today.
Me too, because why?
Because I'm pretty sure that he was a dentist back in Ecuador. I know that's not safe now, but there's a lot of people running around here with no insurance and have no way to help these things. When you have a toothache and you don't have any insurance, you don't know what to do at home, leaving it alone, you can most likely die from infection or pain or something like that. This man at least set up a basically sterile situation to be able to help out most likely Black and brown people who don't have any insurance, a way of getting some help with these things.
Yeah.
So although it is most likely dangerous because there's no regulations over it, I just kind of have a problem with them taking down this man's business and the only form of most likely that community getting any type of dental health. So and he said it himself, I don't think that the man out here is intentionally trying to stop things, but if he can make money and help out his community that don't got no insurance or don't got no way to help out their mouth problems, again, I'm not seeing the actual issue.
Yeah.
I'm having some moral dilemmas here.
Yeah, I agree. That's exactly what I feel.
I don't know.
Seems like a local hero.
Snyder said, what's the difference between this dentist office and Uber, Lyft, or Airbnb?
So no wonder said somebody hated on this man's legal practice.
They
did
because they probably couldn't get they didn't have no insurance and he didn't have no appointments and they got mad and they decided to mess it up for everybody. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like these. I know that things are wrong and that you can't do a lot of things, but there's a lot of times where you need to be able to do something that might not be legal because you got to help everybody else. I don't know. I don't know. The man clearly rented out an office space at a very convenient place for his customers.
The difference is that the government isn't getting a revenue.
Very true.
The
Very
government
true.
wants their money.
And as long as the government don't get paid, everything is illegal. I ain't mad. I mean, I feel like it's the same thing almost with like pirated radio stations. However, we are not at this moment. But you know, like you won't let me do it legally, so I might have to just kind of figure out how to message and address my people outside of what you're saying that I'm allowed to do just because you don't want me to do it. So, I mean, interesting. Marlborough police are searching for a dangerous suspect who escaped. Where did he escape? He looked like he escaped. Who escaped? Who escaped custody at a Marlborough hospital? Tracked down, and he has been tracked down since then. Oh, look, he did it. An assault suspect who
Talk
escaped.
about judge a book by its cover. Jeez.
Look at him. Definitely did it.
Let me see him.
An assault suspect who escaped police custody while undergoing a medical procedure at UMass Memorial Health was located and arrested in Milford. You see? That's not nice. 24-year-old Isaac Rivera was under arrest on multiple assault and weapon charges, including domestic assault, strangulation, and assault and battery on a police officer when he escaped while in a hospital gown. You tried to strangle he did. He definitely tried to strangle the police. I know he did. I know it. I'm sorry.
Battery, and now he's facing even more. The Night Team's Kim Lucy live in Milford tonight with more on this story. Kim.
Kiki, that suspect escaped from the hospital about 20 miles from here, but police in Milford say they got a tip that he had ties to their town and got to work.
An escaped suspect back in custody and driven away from the Milford Police Department in an ambulance after spending hours this weekend on the run.
We're very fortunate how it ended.
Police say 24-year-old Isaac Rivera was arrested Saturday on multiple assault and weapon charges. He was receiving treatment at UMass Marlborough Hospital following his arrest, but managed to escape while wearing his hospital gown.
Dangerous, known to police to be armed and dangerous, carrying a large firearm, large capacity. He was not found in possession of a firearm. Some serious charges coming from Marlborough.
Milford police say they got information from Marlborough that Rivera had several ties to the area. They found him at what they believe to be his girlfriend's home on West Fountain Street. This is Kodak, one of Milford's police canines who helped in the search of the home. Police say when Rivera heard the dog barking, he came out of a bedroom.
This ended peacefully, without incident, and he was taken into custody with no injuries. Obviously, people hear a dog barking and they tend to give up.
Police still don't know how Rivera got from a hospital in Marlborough with no car, wearing a medical gown, to Milford, nearly 20 miles away. But they are glad to have this suspect back in custody.
It's public safety. That's what matters to us. We don't want someone like that running around town causing mayhem. Who knows? You get him in the wrong position and he thinks you're a police officer or you're a plainclothes police officer. Who knows what he's capable of, especially if he's armed and dangerous. So we're glad to get him in custody and back to Marlborough.
Why they be like people armed and dangerous? Like this one definitely looks armed and dangerous. But like other people be like, oh, he's armed and dangerous. You see them, you be like, oh, you don't look too dangerous. Like, this one looks like he'll slap you for fun.
What you mean he's armed? What is he armed?
What is he? Oh, what he got? Like he's in a hospital gown. What he got?
Right.
He barely got shoes on. I don't think he's too dangerous or armed.
Yeah, was he gonna be armed with like a scalpel?
Yes.
That he stole from the hospital?
Tourniquet. I will choke you out with this tourniquet.
Something that's weird.
Authorities are investigating a shooting in Brockton on Friday that left a 15-year-old dead. Officers responded to a reported shooting in the area of 131 Lynn Road around 3:20 p.m. A 17-year-old has been charged with the illegal possession of firearm in connection with the shooting. The mother says that the little boy who died was with a friend at the time, and there is no further information about what's going on or what happened with that situation.
Here goes the story.
We're hearing from that victim's mother, who is now remembering her son. 7's Kim Lucy is live in Brockton this morning with more on this teen tragedy. Kim.
And police are still working on this case. One teen has been arrested. Meanwhile, his mother has a warning for other parents.
A 15-year-old boy shot and killed inside a Brockton home. His mother in mourning.
I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him.
Pemmy Benson remembering her favorite things about her son, Jason.
He loved dancing, playing jokes, music, rapping, drawing. He loved his little brother.
Even the things she thought she wouldn't miss seem like the sweetest memories now that her boy is gone.
I'm gonna miss yelling at him to clean his room.
It's always trying to make people just smile, make them happy. Everybody here is just grieving.
Brockton police say the 15-year-old was shot and killed on Friday at a house on Lynn Road around 3:30 in the afternoon. Jason's family says he went over to a friend's after getting home from school.
Should never happen because shouldn't be kids touching guns, shouldn't be kids playing with guns.
Police arresting a 17-year-old boy in connection with the shooting, charging him with possession of a firearm.
It just happens because they want to, not do the smart stuff, not make the smart decisions and just play with guns. I just don't condone that. I wouldn't want anybody to go through that.
Jason's family left to grieve the loss of a teen who sought to lift others up. His mother sending a warning to others in hopes of saving them from experiencing the same tragedy.
Just be mindful for the people you call friends. Be very mindful.
Jeez. And a GoFundMe has
You
been set up to
know,
help the family.
I
with
already
funeral
have a hard
expenses. You
time
can
with
find
my
links to that
child
on
being
our
able to
website,
go over people's
WHT.
house. No, you can't go to your friend's house. They can come over here. They come over here where I can look at everybody and see everybody in the open.
Everybody in their
Sit
face.
down in the living room with the open floor plan so I can see you from every part of this house. Because I don't know what y'all doing and I don't want my gun outside either.
That's so sad. Another 15-year-old shot in the chest. Oh, shot to the chest. Oh.
Those kind of things just literally scare me to death, right? It's just it's too much. It's too much that we're reading about all the time. Like, is there not, maybe there needs to be a gun education class in school since it's our second A right to do so. Maybe they need to have a little, this is what you're not supposed to do if you see a gun at home is touch it.
There needs to be a whole revamp of classes that are offered.
What, dare not to do drugs?
Absolutely, yeah.
But they don't do that anymore. They
Right.
did that back in our. No, they just brought back sexual education, sexual seduction class.
Sexual seduction.
You know, like there needs to all of these little life lessons that we keep reading about. Peer pressure class. There needs to be a class
bullying
on
class.
bullying. There needs to be a class on
Financial
gun
wellness.
safety, financial wellness. I mean, that might be something that we're going to have to put together ourselves and have a big teen empowerment. Come and learn about gun safety.
Yeah.
This is how you load one. This is how you unload one. This is what happens when you don't unload one goodly. This is what happens when you point a gun at your friend in playtime.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day, they used to have plays and stuff where they used to reenact things. That's the problem. They don't have no plays. The children don't have no thespian-like.
There was plays at the Strand Theater
all the time. A little talent
show.
show. Children could come rap their little incoherent songs, and then the other ones could come do their dance group, do some stepping.
Yeah.
They don't have none of these things anymore for these kids. Kids is bored.
You're right. You're just right.
Mass launches a 90-day push to fill vacancies in the state public housing.
And that sounds like bull crap to me.
Sounds like foolishness.
Complete and utter bull crap.
Let me slam down my coffee because it
Slam
makes
it.
me upset. Massachusetts housing officials announced Friday they are launching a 90-day push to reduce the number of vacancies in state public housing by the end of the year. The initiative comes after an investigation by WBUR and ProPublica found nearly 2,300 of the 41,000 state-funded apartments were vacant at the end of July, most for 4 months a year or years, despite a housing shortage so severe that Governor Maura Healey called it a state of emergency. Massachusetts is one of only 4 states with state-subsidized public housing and about 184,000 people who are on a wait list for units.
Oh.
Y'all not making this story make sense to me.
Not at all.
Why the hell is there's over 2,000 vacant places that have been vacant for months to years?
And then y'all have people on wait lists for years.
For
and
years. You also have all of these nice migrants coming in here and y'all don't know where to put them or what to do with them. And they all ending up on the Mass and Cass. Mass and Cass yesterday was crazy because it was raining. And the tents that was out there, that was up to shelter, there is no even walking room on Atkins Street.
Nope.
It's scary.
Yeah.
The Executive Office of Livable Communities is undertaking a new initiative to significantly reduce the number of state-aided public housing vacancies. We recognize the shared responsibility in tackling this challenge and are therefore initiating a 90-day push to assist with reoccupying units. Where are the units?
Right. And then how do you get in there?
So in particular, Razik wrote that the state will closely monitor local housing authorities with vacancy rates above 10%. Housing management specialists will conduct weekly check-ins and provide technical assistance. State housing officials will also visit local agencies where units are empty for more than 60 days. The amount of time the state allows local authorities to fill a vacancy because they need certain types of repairs. As of the end of July, WBER and ProPublica found almost 1,800 of the vacant units, including some with at least 3 bedrooms, had been empty for more than 60 days. About 730 of those have not been rented in at least a year. Make it make sense.
Seriously.
Because the state pays local housing authorities to take care of the units, whether they're occupied or not, the vacant apartments translate into millions of Massachusetts tax dollars wasted due to delays and disorder fostered by state and local mismanagement.
So they paying them to keep the apartments open.
Yes.
But won't let people in?
Like, what's the freaking criteria for going? Don't I got to go be homeless or something like that? And then you just give me something to put what?
I don't know. I don't like that. Somebody said Politrick says it's fine. That's what Mike Nice said, and I agree with that. That sounds like foolishness. But how much do they pay them to keep them open? And where are these units located? And how can people get into them?
Those are all like in this big long story that we have here. There's no answers to any of those questions. It's just pointing out the problem. And this is what I have a problem with when the news reports stuff. You could write this 47-page article on this, but then at the bottom, there's no way to find out how to get. I don't want to be on the waiting list either.
Right.
Since you have vacancies, I want a place to stay.
Now,
like all the people on the list should now be sent an email to say, this is all the vacant places we have. Y'all need to move in here within the next 15 days right now.
Yeah.
And then once they are all moved in, if there's anything left over, then we can start giving those to the migrant people or things like that. Yeah. I don't know, but something don't make sense.
I don't like it.
Something in the milk ain't clean.
Something's fishy in the water.
Something's fishy in the water.
A rat.
Just
smell of rat.
The Flint waters and enter the chat.
Something stinks.
With that said, people, we're going to take a slide to the side. We are going to pay some bills, and we'll be right back in a few moments. Keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. Turn it on. Turn it up. Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com. Boston, get ready to celebrate in style. It's a year of celebration, and V-Side Production proudly presents the 10th anniversary of Boston Caribbean Fashion.
Tell them I'm gone, I said tell them I'm gone, don't even bother calling me.
From October 18th to the 21st, immerse yourself in the world of beauty, culture, fashion, and style. Join us for the fabulous fashion events, including a Avant-Garde Design Show and the BCFW Honors Award Ceremony and the unforgettable Teen Fashion Night. Don't miss the grand finale as BCFW closes out the week with a sensational fashion show at Roxbury Community College Auditorium, featuring New England's top designers and a special musical performance by incredible Sophia Leslie. Boston Caribbean Fashion Week is the event of the year, October 18th to the 21st. Get your tickets today at bostoncfw.com and be a part of the amazing celebration of style. Boston Caribbean Fashion Week, where fashion meets culture. Be there.
Did you know that you can now get a standard Massachusetts driver's license regardless of your immigration status? To get help with your application, a list of all required documents, and nearby appointment scheduling, visit mass.gov/WFMA. Your license is your way forward, so why not get started today? Register now at mass.gov/WFMA or call 857-368-WFMA.
Miami Carnival Panorama 2023. Presented by Caribbean. Powered by Utopia Carnival Cruise and Festival on Carnival Friday night, October 6th. Gates open at 4 p.m. at the Central Broward Bar, 3700 Northwest, 11th Place, Lauderhill, Florida. Come enjoy musical selection from defending 2022 champ Lauderhill Steel Ensemble. And other participating bands: Mellow Groove Steel Orchestra, New Generation Branches, Metro Steel Orchestra, Sticks and Tones Steel Orchestra, and Junior St. Thomas All-Star Steel Orchestra. Special guest performance by Hellgate Steel Orchestra, Alta Antigua. Advanced tickets now available at your local Caribbean outlets and MiamiCarnival.org. Sponsored by Visit Lauderdale, Campbell Renard, Smirnoff, Smart Water, Spotify, iHeartMedia, and Synergy TV.
Want to give your baby a head start? Get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, this can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work for you. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are on your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines. Stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public Health.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Attention, gentlemen. Are you looking for a suit that will make you look sharp and feel confident? Look no further than Allen's Formal Wear, a Boston legacy business. Our expert staff will help you find the perfect suit for any occasion. With a wide selection of colors, styles, and sizes, we have something for everyone. And the best part, our affordable prices won't break the bank. So why settle for a mediocre suit when you can stand out in Allen's Formal Wear? Visit us today at 594 Blue Hill Ave, Dorchester, or allensformalwear.com to book an appointment. Visit us today at 594 Blue Hill Ave, Dorchester, or Allens, ALLANS, formalwear.com to book an appointment. Allens Formal Wear, we are dressing you for success.
The all-new Spark FM.
Them not like me, I mean not like them.
Spark FM.
Come on.
Spark FM.
Young chicken man be ballin', deep chick pigeon toed, some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh, it's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
No, I think
Check. What's advertising? Who is
Zappy Bar. Is it full menu?
Oh, yeah, I think it is. It might be tapas. I don't know, but it does look beautiful.
It does.
I did. Big shout out to Zanzibar, who is doing their soft opening now through, I'm not sure when the grand opening is going to be, but if y'all want to go on there and check it out and just get a little peep of the menu, have a few little drink, go down there over at the Seaport. Black businesses is outside.
I love it. I love it.
Sheesh.
Open the whole Oh, okay. Sorry, go.
Speaking of Black excellence, we have our very own Sabrina in the building today. It is Money Matters Monday. I know you guys been asking for when is our next installment because we always like to talk about money, especially when it comes to holding on to a little coin every once in a while. And with the holiday season approaching, good Lord, not excited. I'm only excited for Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving 2, which would be what you guys call Christmas.
Oh.
I don't like the Christmas part on it because
like
it
Christmas.
is terrible. Christmas is terrible. Bah humbug. Welcome back, Sabrina. How are you?
Good. I am doing good. I am doing good.
Good.
And
Yep.
you're looking
and you
good.
look good.
Thank you.
I think since the last time we saw you, you have extra luggage.
You've grown.
Attached.
Grew.
Yes, it's grown. Congratulations again on
Thank
the
you.
little one. If you guys don't know, Sabrina is with child.
Yes. And
She-
looking gorgeous.
She's an official baker.
No.
I'm baking.
You're baking.
For real.
You're baking a little cake. How are you feeling?
I feel good. You know, I
Good.
have to say, I'm like, I'm blessed that I'm not getting crazy pregnancy symptoms.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
The fatigue is just a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just managing that. You know, when you are a busy person,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like I'm fighting against the fatigue, and I just gotta succumb.
Yes.
Yeah.
To it.
Sometimes-
It just
It's like
Lie down.
It's like
Yeah.
literally wearing, like I just have to think about it. It's like wearing weights. Like when you go to the gym,
Mhm.
all of the exercises that you're used to doing,
Yeah.
you know, they're already tough. They're already difficult.
Yep.
But when you add weights to it,
Yeah.
or now in this case, another human being
Okay.
now to your everyday movements, you like, golly, this is
Yeah.
a little bit more challenging. than
everything
I
is
thought.
adjusted.
Getting
Yeah.
up from the chair is just watched her walk. I don't even know, roll out of the chair. And it was the cutest thing. Because
I love seeing pregnant women. I think it's just I like, oh my God, she's so cute pregnant. I love it. I don't ever want to do it again. But I was like, yes, that is beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So with that said, we're going to get into a few different things when it comes to Money Matters, because we know Money Matters just does not settle into housing and investments and stuff.
Mhm.
There's a lot of things around us that require us to be a little bit more financially sound and
Mhm.
aware.
Yeah.
And two of those things that we'll talk about today is children and the holiday season that is coming up.
Yeah.
And how do we prevent ourselves from crashing and burning in both directions? So again, welcome back, Money Matters Monday. What's first?
I know. You know, it's crazy because when I think about like savings, especially for the holiday, I honestly can't think about saving money until we address like the debt.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yep.
And I'm saying that because when you think about the holidays, people tend to spend a lot more money
Mhm.
and they just say, oh, I'll think about how to pay this later.
Right.
And it's really about, no, you have to have a plan going in
Mhm.
to one, save some money, but two, make sure you have a debt management plan before you go into the holidays.
What's debt management plan?
Oh, yes. Okay. Great question.
Is that a budget or is it?
It could be
more than
it
that?
could be part of your budget.
Okay.
Right. But the first thing people need to understand is, what is my debt? What am I carrying today?
Mhm.
And especially the debt that has higher interest rates on
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Right now, the average credit card debt is about 2.4%,
Mhm.
right? Average.
Mhm.
So if you are someone who is on a younger scale, like a young adult who may not have had credit for a long time, we're probably talking about 24 to 27% of interest rate on debt, right?
Lord.
That is a lot of money.
Yeah.
You cannot out invest debt.
Mhm.
Right. And I'm talking about, it doesn't matter what type of savings account you get with interest of 4%, 5%. Doesn't matter if you are someone who's like, well, I'm already in the stock market. You cannot out invest debt.
Yeah.
If debt is 24%, for example, and the average return on a stock market is what, 10%?
Mhm. Right.
You can't-
You're still 14% in debt.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're
right.
still going to be in debt. And so I always tell people, before we get into the holiday and you having a plan for how you're going to pay for your expenses or save for your expenses for the holiday,
Mhm.
understand what kind of debt you have and start to tackle that first.
Okay.
And I like to tell people to look at the ones that have the higher interest rates.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
That can be your credit card debt. And sometimes actually in this season right now, because it's September and student loan
Oh,
debt.
so that picked back up.
Mhm.
Biden gave us a little break for a little bit, but
Mhm.
now that picked up. So people now have to start to think about
Yeah, payments.
That okay, all right.
People have to
Fun.
start thinking about those payments, and of course, it's in the fall when you
Right.
should be thinking about what am I getting ready for Black Friday sales,
Right.
You know, Christmas or holiday. Or
I know, and I just
Thanksgiving.
Amazon Prime got some kind of Prime Day something happening October 10th.
October 10th, right?
I was like, what is that now?
Right? Prepping early, right? We're
Right.
not even talking about Black Friday in November. We're
Right.
talking about October 10th.
Exactly.
Right? So they're pushing people to want to spend money earlier
Mhm.
during a time where expenses are due.
Yeah.
Earlier, right?
True.
September. And so when we talk about debt management, is really about one, identifying the highest debt that you have, and what we like to call debt avalanche, right?
Yes, yeah.
And that's starting with
Debt. Okay.
avalanche.
Okay.
Yeah. So kind of rolling into getting
Yep.
to the smaller pieces.
So is the avalanche and snowball?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the snowball effect, but you know,
Mhm.
avalanche starts big.
Okay.
And eventually goes
Okay.
small.
Very good. Okay.
And so what are those big interest rates that you have first that
Mhm.
you want to tackle
Mhm.
so that you can free up your money,
Yeah.
continue to pay off debt, and then think about where that extra money that you did have to pay those debt off can go towards savings
Okay.
and then additional expenses if that's
Very
what you want to
After
do.
all that, is there a way to actually say, like, once you start to manage your debt, is there a way, like, how do you, if I got to pay all of my money back in debt, when will I ever have money to spend something?
Right.
You know, like, I think that's the hardest part about budgeting and things like that, because it's just like, okay, I know these are my needs and this is what I got to do, my requirements. But then after I finish
Right.
my requirements, I don't know.
Yeah, the hope is that once you finish your requirements,
Yeah.
there is some money left aside for like savings.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But as part of those requirements, you have to incorporate your debt, because you shouldn't be trying to save money, like a ton of money,
Mhm.
when you have a ton of debt.
Yeah.
It just
Mhm.
doesn't
it don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense.
Yeah, because I would
Mhm.
rather just use the money that I have to pay.
Now that's not
another
to
thing.
say like don't save anything.
Yeah.
But there are people that I know that have like this huge savings goal,
Mhm.
and then they have thousands of dollars in debt.
Yeah.
And it's like,
So when you say you have debt coming from different places,
Yeah.
you know, you have, let's say you're negative, or you have debt coming from, but you also have credit cards that need to be paid off. When you get money, should you start to pay off the credit cards so that you can use them again? Or should you?
That's a great question.
I always wonder about, like, I'm like, damn, I gotta pay back this, but I gotta pay back my credit card. Maybe I pay off my credit card so my credit won't be messed up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then I can pay. So how does
Yeah.
that work? Is that
Yeah.
smart?
It is, and it is. The plain answer is it is. The second piece of that question is know what you got,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you had a credit card debt, what is the interest rate on your credit card? Most
Mhm.
people actually don't even know what their
That's
interest
very
rate on
true.
their credit
Yeah.
card
This
is.
is true. And where do you find that?
Yeah, so if you have online banking,
Yeah.
and you have, it usually shows your checking accounts, your savings accounts, and
Your
then it
credit
shows
card.
your credit card.
Mhm.
When you go into a credit card, it actually tells you how much interest rate is on that credit
Okay.
card.
Okay.
Also, if you get monthly statements, the
Yeah.
statements also has what's the rate on your credit card.
Okay.
Okay, good to know.
And I think sometimes they have it as the annual percentage rate,
Mhm.
APR, so you can check out what that number is for you.
Okay.
And most credit cards these days are pretty high in APR.
Oh, they
aren't
absolutely
they?
are. Yeah.
I've seen anywhere from about 19 to about 27%.
It's huge.
Yeah, damn, that's
Yeah.
all of that percentage.
Yeah.
Not only
Sheesh.
is the percentage huge right now, you all, but also credit card debt in the United States is at its highest.
Yeah.
$1.07 trillion
In
debt.
credit card debt?
And consumer debt.
Wow.
Trillion.
And Elon
Highest.
Musk could take care of that for us real quick, but he won't. Will he?
Yeah,
No. Won't he do it?
He too busy
No.
trying to charge us right now for X Twitter.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
He's looking at more ways to win.
Yes.
You know, he's on a winning strike.
Okay, so suppose you get now that we have taken care of our debt, now we have our debt underway.
Yeah.
What do we do now?
So it should free up some money.
Okay.
And if it does free up some money for you, now you should start thinking about what are some ways that I can save money, especially if you're someone who needs to have access to that money, which we call liquidity.
Yeah.
If you need to have access to that money, you may want to get a bank account. And that bank account can be a virtual account or it can be a brick and mortar, right?
Is a virtual account better for saving money because you don't have that option of that convenience?
Well, they don't have overhead. right? They don't
Oh.
have brick and mortar to pay for.
True.
So sometimes these banks may have higher yields for their money market accounts.
Oh.
So this is called like a high yield account, for example.
Okay.
Well, actually, all banks may have a high yield account. You just have to look at what are the rates across the board. And then what matters to you, right? Like if you are someone who may not need access to your money like tomorrow,
Immediately, yeah.
right? You may be able to just put it in a virtual account and have your money grow. But if you are someone who needs that access quickly, I always tell people you want to consider something local.
Yeah.
You want to consider a brick and mortar and what their rates may be.
Okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense. That makes sense.
But money market accounts are pretty good. The average rate right now is about 4%.
Oh, good.
On money market, which is
Yeah.
pretty good for a savings account, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, and it's not that different from
what is a money market?
Right.
Yeah. So it is a savings account that basically where you put your money in and the bank actually use it towards like the market, the stock market and things like
okay.
that. But it's not like the stock
Like a
market.
high risk.
Yeah, it's not a very
Yeah.
high risk account,
Yeah.
right? It's just the bank has the opportunity to sell and buy shares and things like that, and then you get a portion of that.
Oh, that sounds
But you also have
nice.
access to your money, so
Yeah.
they're not keeping your money hostage. It's very different from like a certificate of deposit, which people know as CDs.
Yeah.
Whereas you're going into
Oh,
an
is that
agreement-
what a CD is?
Yeah, certificate of deposit. Yeah.
I thought a CD was a CD.
No.
I didn't know what it meant. I just know that it was a CD.
No, the banks
Yeah.
have the certificate of deposits, and what you're doing is you're going into an agreement with the bank and saying you can hold on to my money for 3 months, 6 months, a year, 5 years, whatever the plan is that you decide on. And in exchange for that plan, you are going to get a return of like 5%. Right now, that's the going rate is about 5%.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of these banks may have a minimum requirement to open up a CD, and some may not. Right.
Okay.
So you just got to pay attention to what that minimum amount is, and also if there is what your agreement is.
Yeah.
There are penalties if you break that agreement. So if you're putting your money in a CD and you're saying, I want to keep this money here for 1 year.
Yes.
The bank is expecting you to keep that
Keep
money
it.
there. So if
Oh.
you take it out, there's a penalty for that.
Well, what's the benefits to the bank of you having your money in there?
The benefit to the bank is that they could use that money
Oh, okay.
for the
Yeah.
entire year. Like that's their liquidity.
Okay.
Because I didn't even realize. How did I realize that? I don't know. Maybe one of these workshops. I didn't even realize that that's how banks actually work. Like the money you put in there, they actually just use the money to lend to other people. And then by the time that they get paid back, then your money is still always kind of there. So it's like a revolving door.
It's a revolving door.
Yeah.
And in exchange of that is an interest to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you're letting me, we're
You're
technically
letting me use your money.
We're
Yeah.
letting
Oh,
the
so
bank
we'll give you a
use
little
their
bit.
money. So they give us a little loan, which ain't
Okay.
a lot. Because they got so many people using it. But I think that that's a really cool way to look at how a bank, you got my money. I'm lending you my money so you can pay off.
Yeah.
Ma'am, it's $12 in there. Oh,
Still.
fine. It's
still
mine.
your money.
If somebody needs
Exactly.
$12 someday.
Give me my 0.12 of a cent for using my
You want
money.
it. Yeah, you want it.
Yes.
That's very true.
The holiday season is coming up,
Yeah.
and that's something that we were just talking about, is that the amount of spending that people do during the holiday season, they usually end up going into even greater debt because they're trying to make everybody else happy and not thinking about the fact that they ain't got no money. That's another reason why I don't like a bank. I mean, what I don't like Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't got no money for that. We're in a debt. we're in a, what is it called? Not a renaissance.
Oh.
When we
What
ain't
is
got
it?
no
What is
money
the-
as a place.
Depression.
Depression.
Oh,
A recession.
Recession.
Yeah, like depression, recession.
It's more of
Yes.
that. More of a word
Yeah.
for that.
How do we navigate that? I guess you just have to be smart with your money. You can't buy all the Xboxes.
Yeah, and well, you can't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You can. You
should
shouldn't.
not.
But it's really mindset. Honestly, it's also being aware of the marketing that's happening. Right? Like Miss Tony, we was just talking about October 10th. Why is that planted in our heads?
Exactly.
For
'cause it
Amazon.
pops up every time you open
Because
your
it
Amazon.
pops up.
Yeah.
They're
Amazon.
constantly pushing information at you in places and spaces that you know that they know that you shop at, right? So when you do a Google search, they're monitoring your activity, your habits. And so it is all marketing that is attached to that. We have to be aware of that. We have to have self-control with that, because now people are thinking October 10th. You know, Amazon is about to start to
ramp up the
marketing.
Yeah.
And it's so subconscious that you're thinking about that because, like you guys said, there's no reason for you to know that date. There's nothing even attached to it.
No.
There's no like, oh, Cyber Monday or Black Friday or something like that. It literally is October 10th. I don't know why I'm looking forward to October 10th. I just know that I got to be on Amazon on October 10th with my charge card in hand, ready to go. And that is dangerous.
It's
dangerous. That is dangerous.
Not even. I mean, I already got a cart.
Okay, so you're waiting for the deals to happen.
The cart's already started.
Yeah.
Now you got to wait. But it's like, I'm gonna get this on that day. I don't even know what the sale is.
Right.
It's probably
maybe
sale for vegetables.
items in there.
Maybe this might be on sale that day, so I should look at put this in the
just
cart.
in case. And that's the thing. Most people work from like just in case. So this is gonna be a good deal.
Yeah.
I may need this down the line. What ifs? Like we can't. We shouldn't be living in those.
Is there a better way? And this might not even have anything to do with money and stuff. I mean, it might. Is there a better way to show the people that you love them without a gift on the holiday season?
Well, it depends on how you define gifts.
Yeah,
right. Because gifts, it can be monetary. It can be very thoughtful. Like I know, growing up, like my parents showed love from food.
Yes, that's what I like.
You know?
I like people to show me they love me.
Yeah, cook me something that I like. Oh, I feel so loved.
Yeah.
I feel so gifted.
Yeah.
Right. So just thinking intentionally about who people are.
Yeah.
And what is it that they love, and what kind of like draws them to you. It's kind of like a love language. You've all heard about love language.
Yeah.
You got to speak other people's love language. Sometimes that might be quality time, y'all.
Yeah.
Listen, and I feel like that's where I try to want people to go into those more thoughtful situations.
Yeah.
Like our family started out with doing because there's a large family.
Yeah.
We started out by doing like a secret Santa, in which we pick a name out of our little thing. Everybody just buys that one gift. But I noticed that throughout the years, everybody started bringing gifts for everybody else. And I'm like, this is not the plan.
That's defeated.
I want to give everybody a little something, something. But even those little somethings can add up.
Absolutely.
Which when you don't got it, it all feels the same.
And
I don't
you feel
get
guilty
it.
because you didn't do it for the other family member.
Exactly.
And it becomes this whole thing. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's true. We used to do the same thing with my family too. It's like, let's just do a secret Santa and then we kind of go from there. But then it just felt like we were just doing stuff to just buy. And it's like, really what we want is spending time with each other to eat. And I love that you said
my
the second
presence
Thanksgiving
is a present.
Hello is a gift.
And sometimes we don't even need nothing.
We don't.
We just want to be together.
Oh, what do you want for Christmas? Oh, I don't know. Well, if you don't know, that means you don't need it. It's not something you're thinking about something that I can buy for you instead of being like, oh, I've always wanted this toaster. I know exactly what I want because it's going to work for me all in my life. Right. But I feel like we buy like foolishness. Like, oh, he said he wanted this pair of Jordan today. You don't need. I mean, they do look nice. So I don't know.
And they do align, for the holidays, right? Like, oh, a new drop is happening with the iPhone, or the new drop. They align things to the holidays.
Yes.
So we gotta be conscious of what's happening around us with marketing.
We have a question here. Schneider says, "Are savings bonds are financially smart right now?"
So saving bonds, so that's an investment, right?
It yield a lot though.
It depends. It depends on what type of saving bonds. Like people could talk about like I bonds, which are government bonds, right? Mm-hmm. I think the going rate for a government bond right now is about 9.8%, I think it is, or 10%.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
And the maximum amount that you can actually invest in like an I bond or a government bond is $10,000 a year, right? So that's the max. So if you have $10,000 or something where in between and you want that to be in there, it's fine. The good thing about it is that it's backed by the government.
Mm-hmm. Are you supposed? Is that something that you have access to as well, or is like once you put that in there, you're locked in?
No, you're locked in. I mean, it's an investment.
And how long do you have to put that in there?
It kind of depends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think for like saving bonds, you just have to read the fine prints. Like, what are you signing up for? Mm-hmm. I know what the maximum is $10,000 a year. What they do the percentage so that it also combats inflation, and so that you're not, you're making something from it. but it's just a safer way to save because it's backed by the government.
And then how, in general, how do we feel about savings? When we do savings, should we be investing the savings if we really want to, or should we just be saving arbitrarily just to save
No,
and have there?
not the latter.
Okay.
So you're saving, you should always tell your money what to do, right? Always. And so if you have a savings account for emergencies, single person, we always say the golden rule is 3 months of expenses.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, the average American do not have 3 months of expenses. Like
They
56% of Americans do not have 56% of Americans do not have 3 months of savings.
Jesus.
So we got to be real with the statistics, right? And we're encouraging people to have that because bad times can happen and you need something to fall on.
Yeah.
But that is the golden rule. And if you have a family, it's 6 to 9 months of savings for expenses. So, that goes up in terms of that.
I always say I got to sit down and figure out how much my monthly expenses are because I just don't.
Yeah, you got to do
know.
You got to do
I got to do that. And I sit down and I be like, oh, this is this and this is this and this is this, and then I lose the piece of paper and I never calculate it. Like it's something that I like. It is a goal this year to
do it
just
from an app. Use an app to track your budget.
What's a good app?
Let me tell you, like there's so many different apps.
Which app? While we
so
sitting
many
here, I'm
different-
going into all my credit card things and trying to figure out the
we
interest
there's
rate.
a lot of people who have like Excel sheets and you can do the calculations or you're writing them down. Like we are in technical times where there's
And I
apps that
love me an app.
already you can grab information from your accounts, put it in there, look at your spending habits. Right. And track what's going on with your money. And if you make that a habit, like for the first 6 months, it becomes your habit.
Yeah.
And so now you understand the flow of your money, how you're spending, what you need to control, and you have a better grasp of what you have.
I think I
Choose
got
an app.
Truebill.
Okay.
Is that what's that? Is that budget?
Is that a
app.
budget app?
Let's look and see. It sent me, by Rocket.
Oh, Rocket. Yeah. Rocket is a yeah.
It looks good. I think this is what actually helped me find all my subscriptions and stuff like that. Of everything that I was randomly paying for. That's another thing that I would suggest people as a honorary banker is that I feel like people should really kind of know what they're subscribing for, because I think a lot of the times we sign up for like a lot of these 7-day free trials and you put in your credit card and you expect that you're going to have enough wherewithal to go in and unsubscribe, and that don't really be what happens. You end up going a year with it or something like that, or they charge you for the year and they were like no refunds, so now you have this thing for a year that you just paid for.
Then
that
you have to
didn't
do a
need
reminder to make sure you cancel it before the year is up, so that you have it.
But what I did notice, a little trick, is even if you do those, I don't know if this is working all the time, if you do those free trials and you do put in your credit information, go right back and unsubscribe immediately. They'll still give you that 7-month trial, but you're already unsubscribed.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's how it works.
I did that twice and it actually worked, and it was like, oh, well, you can still use this up until this time, but you have been unsubscribed or whatever. And I was like, oh,
good to know.
Cheat
Very good to know.
code.
That is cheat code.
Yeah.
But talking about
you.
subscriptions, a lot of times people put their subscriptions on their credit cards too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one thing I do, I do have my bank's platform on my phone, and they have something that's called Credit Journey, and they literally list out all of the things that you are purchasing, like on your credit cards, like subscriptions. I put groceries on my credit card because get those points back. All the things that you're spending on, and it really kind of monitors what you're doing as well. So I would encourage folks to look at their banks and what their bank offers around budgeting and credit. And
Chase has a nice one of those, not
do.
even just to plug it in, but I was looking at the app the other day and I was just like, they have a lot of different layers of budget tools and also, credit score thing. And there was something else that I found the other day and I was like, like overdraw protection, all of those different things. And the app, to be honest with you, and this is no plug to Chase, even though we can, it's a very comprehensive app that you can literally find everything that you want to do in that app. It's one of my favorite bank. I have 3 banks. One of my favorite bank apps to use because it's just so low maintenance and so user friendly.
Easy to use.
Yes, absolutely.
And straightforward. Like it'll tell you.
The interest rate on the Macy's card is 31.99.
There you go. Oh, we did not talk about store credit cards. Well, I'm so happy you took a look
right now.
Look at that.
31%.
31%.
And my Macy's just keeps increasing my credit limit. Like it's
of course, because they want you to spend more money.
So you pay it so well.
$36,000.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's exactly
$36 down. Why y'all give me so much money when y'all got 31.99%? Y'all get out of here.
Wow, that's hot. That's
really high.
Yeah,
damn it.
But if you but thank you for bringing that up, because if you are someone who have a store credit card and your interest rate is that high, that's the top of the avalanche.
Yeah.
That's what you need to tackle.
That's what you got to get out first.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's wild.
That's the top
crazy.
of the avalanche.
Because there's a lot of them credit cards that be like, no. You want to enter? Nope. Don't. You sure you no? I said no.
Yeah.
This is my rights.
Every time you go into a store, you want to apply.
Yeah.
Especially down this season. This is the holiday season.
Oh, that's when they pushing them on you.
You go into TJ Maxx, you go into Marshalls, you go into Old Navy. There's going to be a pitch to get the credit card for the 10% discount.
Yeah, you can save 20% on your order right now. I don't need it. I'll pay the 20. I'll pay the 20 cents.
Me too.
What do you recommend to do? What do you recommend to do when it comes to bill collectors?
Well, which kind of bill collectors? Are you talking about like hospital bill collectors?
Let's say a hospital. Let's talk about both. Okay. So let's say, I don't know, something from like a credit card bill collector and a hospital.
Yeah, I mean, because both of those are very different, right? The hospital bills are finicky right now, especially because your credit score is no longer attached to like.
I heard Biden say that this week.
Yeah, it's not attached like it used to be because the system, unfortunately, is a little bit slower to report.
Good
for credit for credit journeys.
Yeah.
And that's a bad thing, right? Because if you're impacted by having large hospital bills and it's not being reflected immediately or not being reflected accurately, then that impacts you for a longer period of time. So they removed it.
Oh, good.
But when it comes to like older credit cards and there's bill collectors coming after you, I encourage people to figure out a plan, right? And it goes with the debt management plans. There's actually nonprofits and city programs that sit down with folks to help them put out a debt management plan.
Ooh, who's them organized?
I mean, there's a couple of organizations, even ones that we work with at Chase, like Urban Edge. I know Urban Edge really focuses on housing, but they have other programs around like credit. What do they call it? Please don't
credit repair.
Yes, credit repair, debt management, JVS. I think I mentioned that before, which is the Jewish Vocational Center. They have a ton of programs. They actually have a partnership with Mass Hire, and they do a lot of programs around financial coaching for people. Right. And so I encourage people to look at those free resources from the city, from nonprofit organizations who's doing this work. And I'm always going to plug in your banker, right? Because you people should be having bank relationships, someone that they can go to when they have questions, because bankers are connected to other resources internally with where they bank and also with just being in the industry.
Yeah.
And so it's important to have those relationships, but that's what people really should be focused on.
Is building relationships, getting their debt in order.
Yeah.
Having a little savings plan, not necessarily for savings, but for emergencies, making sure you got 3 months of runway or 6 months if you got a family. Yeah. And don't overdo it this holiday season.
Spend less.
Yeah, spend less, do more.
Yeah.
Do more actionable things. Spending time, making a dinner or something like that. I did notice that. Not that it's rocket science, but like eating inside of your house is a lot cheaper. It's significantly cheaper than eating out. Yeah. You go out, let's just say to Olive Garden. Every meal on that table is $20 when you can make a $20 spaghetti meal at home with some garlic bread for 2 days for the price of one of those meals. And those are just kind of little things that I've been noticing these days, like, bro, it's expensive to be outside.
It's so expensive. And those are quick meals that you can make. It's just carving out the time. I just talked about this with my husband. We were like, we could make Alfredo, like chicken Alfredo pasta, and we can have it for 2 days.
That same little salmon that I always want, I could pop right in the air fryer that I paid for with my Macy's credit card at 31.99%.
Exactly.
Use it. Let's totally use it.
You can get all of the meat, all of the ingredients, and buy the Olive Garden salad dressing to make it
At
pretend
the grocery store.
grocery
Yes,
store, and still
absolutely.
save yourself a ton of money.
can,
So
really.
those are, I like those little kind of like hints that I want people to start paying attention to. Is that there are a lot. Like the other day, I started making my own silver slipper sandwiches. Let me tell you, boy, I am good. I am
You
good.
cracked the code.
I cracked the code. I figured it out. Y'all gonna have to start coming to me for breakfast sandwiches.
Can you just bring them?
I will.
Thanks.
I will tomorrow. I'll wake up.
You could probably make 3 for the price of 1.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
can make 3 just buy 1 loaf of bread and 1 cheese.
They be like them little boys on Top Boy who made all them burgers.
Yes, exactly. Selling the burgers. I'll go sell a breakfast sandwich outside of somebody's school.
Yes.
Auntie is outside selling breakfast sandwiches. Y'all want them? Yes, we do. Me and Tristan gonna go into breakfast business.
Oh yes, I love it.
Yes. Anyways, no, but that's good.
Yeah.
I feel like we've got some good little tidbits and tricks and of tools of the trade in order to go through as we continue on with Money Matters. We'll be going into a little bit more deep dive as we start our next tract. But in general, we always appreciate you coming here and giving us your thoughts and just your tips. It makes a difference.
It does.
It makes a difference to see people like you on these platforms talking to us about how we can do better.
Absolutely.
Because I think everybody plans or wants to do better.
Yeah.
They just don't.
Yeah.
They just don't be doing better.
Sharing the wealth of information.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing the
Sabrina,
wealth
exactly.
of information.
I like
that.
Put that on my t-shirt. With that said, Sabrina, thank you so much. We know you got to get up out of here so you can continue to save the world and do what you do and continue to glow. We're really excited about our new Money Matters Monday team member coming soon. And we can't wait to hear what she has to say.
I love it.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. That was Money Matters Monday, brought to you by Chase Bank. Keep it locked right here. We'll be right back in a few moments.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. Turn it on.
Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.
Miami, get ready on Sunday, October the 8th. Get ready for Togetherness, the Boston Invasion, Miami Yacht Cruise. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Unice Promotion and Glenn presents Togetherness Miami Yacht Cruise. It's the Boston Invasion, white and lime green edition. Music's gonna be by Vital Rhythm, DJ Idrin, DJ Alfredo, Selector Q45, DJ Chester, and Tempo Rhythm section from Trinidad. VIP sections are available. It's all aboard the Music Yacht, located at Bayfront Bar, 301 Biscayne Boulevard in Miami, Florida. Boarding time is at 5:30 p.m. Departs at 6:30 p.m. Returns at 10:30. Tickets are only $75. And the day of is going to be $85. Purchase your tickets at togetherness.eventbrite.com. This is a 21 plus event. Club IDs required. Contact Unice at 617-719-3972 or Glenn at 508-507-4413 or contact Darling 786-614-1449. That's right, Miami crew, get ready. It's the Togetherness Miami Yacht Cruise, the Boston Invasion, white and lime green edition. Get your tickets now. Miami Brewer Junior Carnival 2023 Family Fun Day, presented by TD Bank on September 30th. Gates open at 1 p.m. at the Central Brewer Park, 3700 Northwest 11th Place, Lauderhill, Florida. Bring your blankets, chairs, and umbrellas. Come, relax and see 12 participating junior bands, junior steel band competition, junior soca, calypso, monarch, and live performances. Advance tickets available now at all Caribbean outlets and MiamiCarnival.org. Sponsored by Visit Lauderdale, Capital Renard, Smart Water, Spotify, iHeartMedia, and Synergy TV.
Cannafan's high-profile Bodega Cannabis shop is now serving Boston in 3 locations. Be sure to stop by Dorchester, Rosendale, and Roxbury for the best prices on OZs and J's. Not to mention edibles, carts, concentrates, and more. Download the high-profile app on the App Store or Google Play to keep up to date on Boston's best bundles. Experience the best prices and see how we roll at High Profile Bodega. Visit highprofilecannabis.com for additional details.
Boston, get ready to celebrate in style. It's a year of celebration, and V-Side Production proudly presents the 10th anniversary of Boston Caribbean Fashion.
Tell them I'm gone, I said tell them I'm gone, don't even bother calling me.
From October 18th to the 21st, immerse yourself in the world of beauty, culture, fashion, and style. Join us for the fabulous fashion events including a four-guard design show and the BCFW Honors Award Ceremony and the unforgettable Teen Fashion Night. Don't miss the grand finale as BCFW closes out the week with a sensational fashion show at Roxbury Community College Auditorium featuring New England's top designers and a special musical performance by incredible Sophia Leslie. Boston Caribbean Fashion Week is the event of the year, October 18th to the 21st. Get your tickets today at bostoncfw.com and be a part of the amazing celebration of style. Boston Caribbean Fashion Week, where fashion meets culture. Be there.
Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information.
Are you tired of renting and need more of your own space? Are you getting stressful letters or calls from the bank? Does your home require expensive repairs and you just don't have the funds to fix them? Regardless of whether you want to buy or sell, Taylor Andre of Thumbprint Realty is here to help. From saving your home from foreclosure to walking you through the process of becoming a first-time homeowner, Taylor makes real estate easy. With your best interests at heart, knowledge of the market, and a passion for people, Taylor is dedicated and motivated to serve you.
Good rising, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. I am Taylor Andre, and I am determined and dedicated in assisting you in all of your real estate needs. Give me a call at 617-459-0041. Again, that number is 617-459-0041. Or you can email me at TAYLA@thumbprintrealty.com.
The all-new Spark FM.
You're the baddest one.
Spark FM. You are now listening to Spark FM. Spark FM. Spark FM.
Oh, yes, you kindly. Miss Jolie, know your mango sweet, so Jolie, know your mango.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
What you know about that? It's before your time.
What is it? Sing the song.
I'm talking burning to you, baby.
I knew.
Burn.
I knew it. I knew it was. I knew that's what it was. I knew she didn't know this. I knew she
ain't it the song though?
No.
It might not be the words in particular, but it is a song. That's something else, running down and spinning mouth. All
right. So you got it
now
out?
it came right on me.
Got it out? All right.
Oh, I thought you was gonna have her come in backup sing for me.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's there. It's time for our national and world news. Miss Tony con queso.
Well, with cheese. All right. Women arrested after 55 dogs are removed from her animal rescue place freezer.
How many?
55 dogs are removed from animal rescue home, and 5 dead puppies are found in the freezer.
You said 55 dogs?
55 dogs
and 5 dead puppies
in the freezer.
In the freezer.
Yes, this is out of Chandler, Arizona. A Chandler woman who ran an animal rescue out of her new condemned home.
An animal rescue
has been arrested after dozens of abused dogs were discovered and 5 dead puppies were found in the freezer. April McLaughlin, 48, was taken into custody Friday after a search warrant was executed at the house. The search followed multiple calls and reports from concerned neighbors about smells coming from the home.
Oh, God, please
and hoarding
give me
conditions.
peace.
They said, "Oh, can you imagine what that smelled like with 55 dogs?" They said most of the 55 dogs removed from the house were elderly and special needs animals. They were without water, and many will likely need to be euthanized. The air quality in the home was so bad that firefighters had to wear special breathing equipment. The house is now condemned, according to authorities.
Burn it down.
Burn it. But can you burn it with all them fumes inside of it?
Ugh.
55 counts. She's been charged with 55 counts of animal abuse, 55 counts of animal cruelty, and 1 count of vulnerable adult abuse because her elderly mother also lived in the home.
Oh, no.
That is disgusting. According to court documents, McLaughlin told police she believed that there was nothing wrong with storing food next to dead animals in the freezer.
This is hoarder behavior.
She also
there was
said
nothing wrong with doing what? Repeat it to me one more
storing
time.
food
No, next
to the dead animals in the freezer.
Why wasn't it anything wrong?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Tell me what was not wrong with it.
She don't see nothing wrong.
With no food in the freezer.
What
little dead animal?
At what point do you feel like, oh, this is okay?
Yeah.
This is okay to put this little dog here next to this ground beef?
Yeah.
Hot
dog. Hot dog next to the frozen puppy. Judge set McLaughlin's cash only bail at $2,500 at her initial court appearance on Saturday and said a public defender would be appointed to represent her. That is crazy. That is nasty. And that is wild. And that's disgusting.
And that's just crazy.
It is. This story that you sent me yesterday, which is just absolutely crazy. You're a massive alligator killed after being spotted with human remains in its mouth in Florida Canal. So this young man was taking a walk, looked over and saw an alligator with a torso in its mouth. It's a 13-foot. It's 13-foot, 8.5-inch alligator.
That man was, what did he say? He was like, I just looked over and I happened to see that they had
torso in his
mouth. Had a torso in his mouth. I would have been like, oh, this is a torso, ain't it?
Yeah, so he was euthanized by authorities in Tampa on Saturday, it looks like, after it was seen with human remains in its mouth. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office said it removed the large alligator from the waterway after responding to a report of a human body seen in a canal in unincorporated Largo on Friday afternoon. The alligator was humanely killed with the assistance of the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. Jamarcus Bullard, who contacted police after seeing the human remains in the alligator's jaws, described spotting the alligator to local station WFLA. He says, I threw a rock at the gator just to see if it was really a gator. And it pulled the body like it was holding on to the lower part of the torso.
I didn't hear all of this part of the story.
Water.
He threw a rock at it. He saw, like, what do you got to look? What do you got to see with your eyes to see that? Oh shit, that's a torso.
What I'm realizing is that Jamarcus is a popular name. And
is it?
That's weird because I feel like I hear Jamarcus all the time. Where is the thing that you sent to me? Because I was trying to play.
I think Tristan has the story
Jamarcus.
up here now. It's a little bit slow to render. However, we are diligently working on the club.
So he went on to detail watching authorities corral the alligator after the shocking encounter. I hate that they only showing this thing where it blurs out the torso. I want to see the torso.
No, you can't see the torso.
They spotted it over here. Why?
Because it's gruesome.
Bullard said, and they got this long stick thing, pulled the head out of the water, then they shot it. And once they reeled it all the way out, they stretched it out and measured it 13 feet long.
Look at that.
And they shot it again. The victim was publicly identified as 41-year-old Sabrina Peckham, officials said in an updated press release on Saturday.
Fox 13's Justin Matthews is out there live for us tonight. And Justin, I know you've been out there all afternoon. You actually spoke to a witness who saw this and went to get help. What did he have to say?
Yeah, it's a terrifying story. The witness I spoke to says he saw this gator in the water, ran to this fire station behind me, not too far. It's only about 400 feet from where he saw that huge alligator.
I was on my way to a job interview.
He cute too.
I was looking to the lake just for fish
12.
and stuff, and I spotted the gator.
Jamarcus Bullard says he took a good look at it and noticed something was in the gator's mouth.
I noticed it had a body in its mouth, like a lower torso. So once I saw that, I ran straight to the fire department and got them. They confirmed there was a body.
Bullard says seeing something like that is surreal and tragic.
I thought it was fake. It was my first time seeing a gator in real life as well. So I was just like, it was pretty cool. But like once I saw what it had, I was like, is that like a mannequin body? It looked like it was pale and white.
After alerting the fire department, dozens of Pinellas County Sheriff's deputies and FWC officers got to the scene. A huge response along 134th Street North off of Ulmerton Road in Largo. Sky Fox overhead.
Wow.
That's a huge gator.
Yeah.
13 feet though?
They said that there's usually gators around there, but they're never that big. Like that is a huge, look, that picture, that aerial picture right there is absolutely insane because that is a very large animal.
I want to see the gator, the body.
Let's see if we can find it. Body found in gator mouth.
Yeah.
Like that has to be a very sucky ass way to go as well.
I know, and why? What was she? How come she's the victim? Was she missing, or what happened? From 1948 to 2021, 26 people have been fatally killed in gator attacks in Florida. It's crazy. 26 people.
What actual footage? There's got to be. It's probably on Twitter somewhere. They blanked it out of everything.
Everywhere.
That's
find
Yeah,
it.
you're not gonna see that.
We're not gonna see it. Yeah,
That's
Why do y'all
not
wanna see
fair.
that?
I just want to see.
Y'all don't want to see scary movies. Y'all want to see somebody.
Because Tristan, this is not shock value.
Yeah.
This is just seeing a torso in there. This is not us seeing the alligator come out the water, chomp down on her, flip her around, drag her in the water, and eat her head off. You know, it's a little different.
Yeah, it's not that what she said. Thank God, because what the hell? Jesus.
That's what they show in the scary movies.
Oh my goodness. The world's second biggest tourist trap is in New England, says a study. Not all tourist traps are made equal. USA Today recently compiled a list of top 100 tourist traps worldwide by analyzing millions of Google reviews and tallying when terms like tourist trap, overrated, or expensive were mentioned. The Salem Witch Museum ranked second after over 100 reviews of 10,939 people called it a tourist trap. Have you been there, Triz? I feel like you go there for Halloween.
Not to the museum. I haven't been. Every time I go to the museum, every time I go out there, I'm always too late to make it to the museum.
You got to go early, Tristan.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every year you do attempt to go out there, and then I
went out there last year. I didn't go early, but I don't think I want to see the actual.
Yeah, they said the museum has educated visitors by transporting them to the 1600s, giving them a firsthand look at the horrors of the Salem witch hunt and its background ever since its opening in 1972. The Salem Witch Museum is open year-round from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. with extended hours in October. Oh, because it's only open till 5, so maybe that's why you can't go there. If y'all want the other top 10 thirst traps, Four Corners Monument. I'm not sure what that is.
That's in here?
No.
Oh, because I was like, which monument is in Four Corners?
Four Corners. Calico Ghost Town, that's number 3. 4 is Crazy Horse Memorial. 5 is the International UFO Museum and Research Center. 6 is the Blue Lagoon. 7 is the Voodoo Donut. I'm not sure what that is. 8 is Capilano Suspension Bridge. 9 is Penang Hill, and number 10 is Pike Place Market.
These are all the most.
These are the top 10 thirst traps. So they're in. Oh, I didn't notice that they were right. So they say the Blue Lagoon in Iceland is a thirst trap.
But what is a thirst trap?
Not thirst trap. What is it called? Travel trap. What's it called? Tourist trap.
Oh, this is where everybody wants to go.
Yeah, so they're overrated, expensive, or overrated or expensive is what.
I mean, all of those didn't sound like a goddamn thing I would want to do.
Oh, I definitely want to go to the Blue Lagoon. I want to go.
What
to
is
it
the
so
Blue
bad.
Lagoon?
It's in Iceland, and it's just like a blue lagoon.
Blue Lagoon.
And it's got some green lights.
And what it do there?
It's beautiful.
You got to swim in it?
Yeah.
In the dark?
Yeah.
They making that up or
no?
Oh, okay.
Seriously, Google it.
So, wait, what is it?
Google it. The Blue Lagoon in Iceland.
Blue Lagoon, Iceland. All right, let me see. Oh, that looks beautiful.
Right? Ain't it nice? I want to go there.
Yo, kid, go there.
It's gorgeous. And you see the one with the green light?
Yes.
Yeah, that is nice.
And I want to have a bear in it.
A bear? I want a cup of tea.
Is it cold?
I don't know if it's cold. What is so special about the Blue Lagoon in Iceland? The Blue Lagoon in Iceland is a modern wonder of the world tucked away in a jet black lava field. The geothermally heated waters of this famous spa are renowned for their skin healing properties. Wispy plumes of steam rise off its milky blue waters as mountains lower to the horizon, giving it a supernatural feel. If you don't want to go there after that description.
I don't know where you.
I don't know where you want to go or what you want in life. Figure out your priorities. I'm telling you. A kidnapped teen has been rescued from a Southern California motel. What she was doing there after 4 days of being held hostage? Authorities have rescued a 17-year-old boy in Southern California after he was kidnapped and held hostage for 4 days by captors who threatened to harm him if his family did not pay a $500,000
I didn't know that
ransom.
people do this.
Who is he?
People be having ransom because they couldn't ask my family for $500,000. We ain't got it. She's got to stay there.
I'm like, oh, damn. We loved did her. Law enforcement tracked the teen and his 3 kidnappers to a motel in Santa Maria, a city about 140 miles northwest of downtown Los Angeles. The nightmare began on Monday when the kidnappers caused a car crash and abducted the teen when he got out of his car to look at the damage. The teen was rescued on Friday, and 3 suspects were arrested and face federal kidnapping charges.
Is he an oligarch?
Who is he? Why?
Like what? Yeah, like what did they?
What is an oligarch?
This is them Russian rich people.
Oh. Because I'm like, what is that? Why he would be that? He was an aristocrat.
Oligarchy. A small group of people having control of a country, organization, or institution. A country governed by an oligarchy. So, like over there in I think it's in Russia, they have a lot of those, and he's got to be somebody of importance for them to think that a family would have $500,000 laying around just to get their son back.
And they crashed the car to do it, which is just
like in the movies.
Wild. That is wild.
I started watching this movie on the Netflix called Foreigner with Jackie Chan.
Oh.
And in that situation, like he, I don't know why I got that, but that's just what I thought. Kidnapped-ish. They got to be somebody of significance.
I don't like them kidnapping movies. Remember the kidnap movie where they took Halle Berry's son?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I could not watch that.
Ain't that Losing Isaiah?
It's not that.
Who they took? Oh, when she was at the park and then they took him and then she was running after the car.
What they took him for?
I know. That's weird.
That's weird.
Y'all are talking about.
Well, this is very interesting, Tris. You can start pulling this one up. Watch as Joe Biden forgets LL Cool J's name and calls him boy. Notably, LL Cool J and MC Lyte received Phoenix Awards for their musical contributions at the annual ceremony in Washington, D.C. And gaffe-prone U.S. President Joe Biden on Saturday made another blunder when he called popular rapper LL Cool J a boy after mispronouncing his name during the Congressional Black Caucus. According to the New York Post, LL Cool J, whose birth name is James Todd Smith, and MC Lyte received Phoenix Awards for their musical contributions to the annual ceremony in Washington, D.C.
No, it's still pulling. I clicked on it.
What is MC Lyte's real name?
Macarius Casey.
I don't know,
Why?
It's taking a long time.
Why?
It's Lana Michelle Moorer.
You thought MC was her initials? I'm not going to say exactly what he said because I'm going to leave that for the clip. But it says here, notably, Mr. Biden has a history of referring to African Americans as boy. The term is considered a
legacy of hip hop.
Yes.
Right.
Let's go.
Superstar. Where you are?
Oh, I thought we had it. All right.
Nothing's working with me today.
So it says, the term is considered a racial epithet when used to describe black men. Earlier this year, he referred to Maryland Governor Wes Moore, who is black, as a boy during his speech.
How is he saying it, though? Because
here we have it. Here is the clip.
This boy.
Two of the great artists of our time representing the groundbreaking legacy of hip hop in America, LL Cool J. By the way, that man's got biceps bigger than my thighs. I think he's spent. And MC Lyte, both of you, thank you.
I'll let it slide.
Because they both have the light off. Two of the great artists of our time representing the groundbreaking legacy of hip hop in America, LL Cool J. LLJ Cool J.
LLJ Cool J.
I mean,
it wasn't that bad. He corrected himself too.
yeah,
He
I think
did.
that as an older gentleman too, that I think that might be something that is ingrained in I don't know necessarily if it's necessarily a white thing, but I feel like a lot of people call, younger boys, that boy good. I tell you, that boy is good.
Yeah.
And I don't think that he meant it and I don't even think he subconsciously mentioned as a epithet. I think he just, that boy is good.
Right. And he realized right away and
Yeah.
then changed it to that man.
Yeah.
So Biden's just old.
That's it.
Yo, he's old.
He's
what
very
y'all
old.
expect?
Yeah. I was watching the news yesterday and they were talking about his not acceptance rate or support rate or something like that. And they said it's so low. And although people like him, they just do feel like he's a little bit, too mature to be running the city. They're running the country. And we've been talking about it not only with Biden and Mitch and all kinds of stuff, but there literally has to be some type of limit of age.
You didn't see Trump the other day? Trump went up there and he forgot his opponent's name. He was talking about Obama. He meant to talk about Hillary.
Oh, gee.
And he was saying Obama. And then when he went to talk about Biden, he still said Obama.
Because first of all, he is obsessed with Obama, number one, but he's also obsessed with Hillary too. So I don't know how he would forget that.
He needs to be obsessed with shut the hell up.
He needs to be obsessed with his case, his RICO.
Exactly.
And
That's
see what he can get out of there.
Obsessed with.
And then last but not least
is this thing that Jamaica declares dengue fever outbreak with hundreds confirmed and suspected cases.
When did this happen again? Because I remember
What
this
is it?
dengue. Maybe it's from history. I think it's an old ass disease.
Well, yeah, health officials say at least 6 deaths are being investigated in Jamaica, although none yet linked to dengue. Is that how you pronounce it?
It's dengue.
Dengue?
I don't know.
Dengue? I don't know. Health officials in Jamaica have declared an outbreak of the dengue fever Saturday with at least 565 suspected, presumed, and confirmed cases. Jamaica's Ministry of Health and Wellness says the outbreak comes as its national surveillance unit advised that Jamaica has surpassed the dengue epidemic threshold for July and August and is on the trajectory to do the same for the month of September. The dominant strain in dengue type 2, which last predominated in 2010, it said there are no dengue-related deaths classified at this time. However, 6 deaths are being investigated.
So how the hell are they saying that the dengue is causing all of these things? Wait, what's the headline? Jamaica declares dengue fever. Oh, it's just an outbreak with hundreds of confirmed and suspected cases. But they're saying that none of those confirmed cases have anything to do with dengue. So why are we doing this?
And then the dengue comes from mosquitoes, apparently.
Mhm.
So it is health officials say there are currently at least 78 confirmed cases of the mosquito-borne disease in Jamaica. Meanwhile, approximately 500 temporary vector control workers have been engaged and deployed across the island to high-risk communities, along with 213 permanent workers.
Bless you.
Thank you. The CDC says dengue viruses are spread to people through the bite of an infected Aedes species mosquito. About 1 in 4 people infected will get sick with mild symptoms, and including nausea, vomiting, rash, aches, and pains. Recovery takes about a week.
So this is very interesting because if I go to Jamaica and get bit by the dengue mosquito, I bring it over here and now I start the outbreak. How many people is in Jamaica right now visiting and having a good old time
On the rafts with them men rubbing white mud on their booty?
Exactly.
Is that the thing that you have to do when you go to Jamaica?
Yes, you got to get a booty, a mud booty.
Oh.
Mud booty rub.
Mud butt. But anyhow, yes. So yeah, there's a lot of that going around. But I mean, it seems like it's not like necessarily a fatal disease. It just where I go? It just messes you up real bad for a little bit. So.
Very badly.
Crazy.
That's terrible.
Yes,
that is terrible.
That's all the national news I got for you.
And because of the interest of time, we'll just go right into the entertainment news and find out what's going on there. Guess who will be headlining the Super Bowl?
Oh my God.
I see what you did there. Usher has
Usher.
officially been tapped to do the what is it called?
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
The softball contender program.
Sheesh.
The softball program. Super Bowl halftime
show that is going to be in Las Vegas. And I think that I am even more excited about seeing Usher than I was about seeing Rihanna and all the hip hop people. Ain't this reverse racism? Ain't we had too much black Super Bowls in the last 5 years?
No.
Yes, we have.
Oh, we have.
We had the hip hop.
We had the hip hop,
and then we have Rihanna. Now we have Usher
and
the Weeknd one. Yeah,
they're
gonna put us
the white people since Katy Perry.
Yeah,
no,
this
know,
is when
I
don't like this kind of stuff because this is when it gets kind of sticky, icky. You know, they're gonna be like, oh, how come we only have black artists? How come there's no white or Asian artists that can sing a little? Is there any Asian K-pop? How come they ain't tapped K-pop for the Super Bowl yet?
Who wants to see that?
I'm not.
Tristan, K-pop is popping. Okay, let me tell you how much K-pop got. Let me tell you what they fan base look like. Just because you don't know, don't mean that you don't know K-pop songs.
Nobody want to see that.
I don't know not one K-pop song. I don't know not one
girl,
KK song.
Girl who don't know it. Let me tell you who don't know the K-pop. Me don't know the K-pop.
Is that what you're looking for K-pop now?
Is K-pop a genre or is K-pop a piece? But who's the K-pop? The K-poppers right now.
I don't know. Can I tell y'all how much I love the word genre?
K-pop
such a cool word.
Groups. K-pop groups. Let me tell you who's the big one. BTS. Oh, they got the Big Bang, Blackpink, 17, Stray Kids, Super. Oh, I think BTS is the biggest one.
Yeah.
And BTS is known for the Bangtan Boys, is a South Korean boy band formed in 2010. And they are lit, Tristan. Do you understand me when I say they are lit? They got all the girls in a frenzy. I'm excited about it.
All them
Look,
bands.
BTS at 73.9 million.
Anything that's that's kids and pop is gonna have a lot of numbers.
They should but kids and pop don't listen to Super Bowl, so that wouldn't be a good matchup. But however, we all excited for Usher, because that's gonna better get a butts upon me from the window to the wall to the sweat dropped off my balls. And all these bitches crawl. Skeet. Is he in that song? Is Usher in that song?
No.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
No.
Oh, that's two different songs.
Yeah.
All right.
That's not, yeah.
You got it bad when you're on the road. And
he's not gonna sing that slow jam. He's definitely gotta sing. She like to do it my way.
Yes.
Oh boy.
My way.
This is him in the background right now, ain't it?
To me.
Yeah. See, they're gonna play this one too. Taylor Swift turns out to see Travis Kelce and Kansas City Chiefs play. That is great news.
Yeah, well, he's been pursuing her and flirting
Oh,
with
he's
her.
black?
No, but he had a very nice black girlfriend.
Oh, I saw some mix up with that the other day.
He broke up with his very nice black girlfriend, and he's now pursuing Taylor Swift quite hard, and I think they're dating now.
Oh, good. I wish somebody would pursue me quite hard. They've got a lot of money. Chris Brown is sued over unpaid $2 million Popeye restaurant loan that he took out to buy 2 more Popeyes, and he didn't pay him back. He can't default.
Chris Brown owns some Popeyes?
Yeah. How much Popeyes? How many?
That's nice.
Many Popeyes do Chris Brown have? Let's see. Chris Brown has. It's just telling me about his debt right now. It's not telling me how many Popeyes he got, and that's wrong. Every story is running. Every single story is running with this. That is crazy. So Chris Brown has been hit with a $2 million lawsuit from a bank that alleges it loaned the Run It singer the money to purchase 2 Popeyes chicken fast food restaurants. According to the blast, City National Bank, a Georgia-based company, filed a lawsuit in California because that's where Brown resides. The lawsuit claims that the loan, which was given to a collective of people, including Brown, the Dream, and the Dream, to purchase the restaurants, which never came to fruition, remains unpaid. Since 2018, the bank has reportedly been trying to collect on the loan to no avail. As of February 17th, borrower and guarantors owe $2,140,901 in unpaid principal and interest. That is terrible.
Oh, he can pay that tomorrow.
Court documents obtained by the Radar Online revealed that Brown's legal team asked the Los Angeles Superior Court to push back the trial date for a pending dog bite lawsuit back from September 2023 to December 2023. Brown's legal team argued that the housekeeper who bought the suit against him would not be harmed by the date being pushed back. Oh, so he's got another lawsuit because one of his dogs bit a server? I don't know. But he's got to get that underway. I still don't want to tell me how many Popeyes he owns. Or maybe this was the 2 that he was going to own and can't own them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha K drags Joe Budden for dissing her because of Cardi B. And there's a clip in here that I'll just play for you. And she is in this clip. She is dragging.
Can
Joe
Tasha
Budden.
K afford to drag anyone?
Hi, guys.
No, she cannot.
Okay.
Oh, this whole thing?
No, it was only 2 minutes. It looked. Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, no.
So it's 7 minutes or something like that. I wouldn't have anything. Let's see. Maybe a little bit over.
Hold on. I have the audio here.
The interview at the moment. Well, it seemed as though Joe Budden finally decided not to drop the interview that he did with Tasha K at all. Because Tasha K went on YouTube today and she dragged Joe Budden.
I don't want to listen to that girl speak. That sounds crazy. That is.
I did watch that Tasha K interview though.
And how did that go? Tell us about it. Give us a little.
Tasha's a wild one.
She's a wild one.
She has no remorse at all.
I mean, at this point, if you're being sued for $4 million and you still have no remorse, you are just in the game to be in the game. Like at this point, you don't really care. You don't have any morals. You don't have any, you don't have any boundaries. You don't have any of that. I guess if I was being sued for $4 million, I'd be like, I might as well just keep on going at this point.
Right.
But I don't understand. I don't know.
I want her to shut up.
Me too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think you can drag Joe Budden when you have a $4 million lawsuit against you.
I know. There's certain people that I don't want to get into arguments with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Joe Budden's one of them. But I just don't want to get into an argument.
Remy Ma's alleged boyfriend speaks out amid cheating rumors. Has this been confirmed as of yet that Remy was actually cheating? Has anybody confirmed it?
No.
Papu said anything? Remy said anything? Where did this come from? Tasha K?
It came from a battle that Remy.
Yeah.
But
so
still,
Remy has her own rap battle league, and the young man that's her artist, his opponent went on stage and they were rapping, and he basically confronted them. He confronted them right there on stage, and basically
during the battle,
Remy Ma was right in the middle of the stage.
Yeah, and she didn't say anything. So is it true that
I feel like in a battle rap, I can almost say anything that will hurt your feelings or make you look crazy. So, but again, it's not been confirmed. We can't confirm off of facial expressions. During a battle rap, you hear shit that sounds crazy, and you might have.
And you say,
yeah.
No, I feel like she did it.
Why do you feel like she did it?
I don't know, her body language, everything. And
that doesn't mean anything.
She was asked after the show. She was an interviewer came up to her and asked her, and her voice, the volume compared to her, she was asked a couple of questions before. Her volume was very high. When she got to that question, you could barely hear what she said. The energy was like barely there. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like there's a little bit of guilt there.
I don't know if I believe it.
No.
I don't know if I believe it at all. I also don't believe how people are getting on her. I don't believe that just because somebody stuck with you through a hard time that you owe them the rest of your life. if they decided that their relationship doesn't work anymore, that we cannot hold Remy to the point, and I don't like the cheating rumors either, because it just seems very easy. There's nothing been confirmed unless one of them verbally come out and say it, or there is document. I'm not going by anybody's facial expression, anybody's body expression. That's a tough subject. It could have just been like, it's a very uncomfortable situation for me to talk about. I'm not going to answer your question about my relationship while you're talking to me after a battle rap. So yeah, my body language and my facial expressions could be due to anything.
Right, and maybe they are separating, but it doesn't have to be cheating. It could just be that they're not working out anymore.
And I think that because Remy's such low-hanging fruit, that's the first thing that people want to do is blame her for whatever incident. It could have been Papoose that cheated, and she's trying to take the L for it because he held her down. I don't like it until it's confirmed. I don't actually want to hear about it no more.
He cheated. He loved her so much.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't she love him just as much?
Or maybe he thought that he could cheat because he held her down.
Yeah. Or what makes people think that she doesn't love him just as much as he loved her? Yeah. He just didn't go to jail for shooting somebody. It could have been her on the outside holding him down, and I don't think they get that much praise when a woman holds a man down versus a man holding a woman's down. So I don't want to hear nothing about Remy. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
So Easy did not. So let me see. In this statement, she adds, "Let me be clear. No amount of money was requested for an interview with Easy. I made it clear that he would be dropping a statement on his own platform first, and that I've received offers for an exclusive interview after the release of the statement." On 9/22/2023, I issued a statement to some media outlets advising that Easy Block Captain 1 will be making a statement today, and that his exclusive story is available. This was done without Easy's consent, she wrote. I understand that this is a serious error, and what happened here?
Who's talking?
Remy Ma, alleged boyfriend, battle rap Easy the Block Captain.
Yeah, that's me.
Finally broken his silence on the cheating rumors that were swirling around the Terror Squad rapper and her husband. On Saturday, Easy presumptive publicist Nicole Sabrina posted a statement claiming that her client was shopping around for a platform to tell his story, but refuted claims that he was offered money for the interview. I issued a statement to some media outlets. This is what the lawyer says. My words and intent are now being twisted at the sacrifice of a client. I cannot have that. Easy and I have worked together for a few years, and while it has been some time since our last project, I took it upon myself to begin discovery on potential business opportunities from a PR standpoint. She added, "Let me be clear, no amount of money was requested for an interview with Easy. I made it clear that he would be dropping a statement on his own platform first, and that I was received offers for an exclusive interview after the release of that statement." Easy did not and does not want to profit from an interview. He only wanted to release a statement telling his side of the story. I love our media and blog partners and understand they have a duty to report the latest information. What did he say?
Exactly. Like, what do you say? Why are you saying all of this? What did he say? Right.
Remy's Ma, alleged battle rapper boyfriend, speaks out amid. He said, it's not me. Nobody speaks on my behalf. There's a lot of rumors out there that I will address very soon. I don't know. I'm trying to find the gist of On Wednesday, blogger Tasha K, who was perhaps best known for her costly legal battle with Cardi B, added fuel to the cheating rumors by sharing an alleged photo of Remy Ma and Easy, the block captain, on a date. Speculation, I don't know.
Not every time you see somebody with somebody mean that they dating. What is the problem here? I hate when people do all of that foolishness. You could just be out with your friend who is somebody of the opposite
I hope
sex.
that it's not true though. We've had enough black love, enough black separation this week.
This week.
This September. And we're just getting into,
You know who's still going though? Nicole Ari Parker and Boris Kojo. They've been together a long time.
They have been.
Yeah. They were good.
I mean, I don't know. I tried. Can y'all please stop with the Easy and Pap lies? She tweeted, "There's no place like Chrome. Right back at you. See y'all in August, Chrome 23." That's what she wrote.
Remy, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
I do hope it's not true. I did really, really like them as a couple. I thought that they were, but they were saying like they were saying now that too that there's like Black love syndrome. Any of these couples that appear on Black Love don't be together no more.
Oh, I saw that too. Yes,
I hate that because I love that show.
But you know, it is a show. It is a show, and that is what they do.
Yeah.
Craziness. But anyhow, people, thank you guys for sticking around with us for a little bit. I didn't even realize that it was that late into the day. Hope you guys have a great Monday. Hope that you guys stay dry and warm all day today. Any last minute words for our peepers?
I would say stay moist.
No.
Wow, stay moist.
No. Don't stay moist.
Moisturize. Winter is coming.
It is. That is true. Get you a nice little cocoa butter.
Yes.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one. Bye.
Boston, get ready to celebrate in style. It's a year of celebration, and V-Style Production proudly presents the 10th anniversary of Boston Caribbean Fashion.
Tell them I'm gone, I said tell them I'm gone, don't even bother calling me.
From October 18th to the 21st, immerse yourself in the world of beauty, culture, fashion, and style. Join us for the fabulous fashion events, including a Avant-Garde Design Show and the BCFW Honors Award Ceremony, and the unforgettable Teen Fashion Night. Don't miss the grand finale as BCFW closes out the week with a sensational fashion show at Roxbury Community College Auditorium, featuring New England's top designers and a special musical performance by incredible Sophia Leslie. Boston Caribbean Fashion Week is the event of the year, October 18th to the 21st. Get your tickets today at bostoncfw.com and be a part of the amazing celebration of style. Boston Caribbean Fashion Week, where fashion meets culture. Be there.
Finally Home is a must-read, step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time home buyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made